If you like soccer, this summer has been great, but some people have began to panic and even be angry about the 3-0 loss to France in the opening game of the Olympics. Me, on the other hand, I feel like we have a lot less to worry about. But let's take a look at the game anyway. To start, it's an opening match against France in the Stade Velodrome for the host country, and it's against probably the best young team in the world. For those who don't know, the Stade Velodrome, you might be more familiar with the Parc des Princes or the Stade de France. The Velodrome in Marseille is a crazy place to play, and it's the home game of all home games. Right off the bat, it's not easy. Obviously, the U.S. played a low block, stayed defensive, and tried to make something happen during the counterattack, but the ball couldn't get to Duncan Maguire. Quite a few chances that the U.S. could have converted, and overall, I thought they played fairly well. You've seen players like Kone, who I thought had a phenomenal game. For me, was the man of the match by shooting long and trying to play wide, but until the second half, they couldn't do it. So yes, the defense to me held up quite well. And I think the team is built to be a defensive team and should run through the defense. John Tolkien and Nate Harriel are my favorite young fullbacks in the MLS, and I think the future of the position. I'd love to see the team play through those wide players who have the athleticism and talent to move the ball up the field and take a few more chances and get my man Duncan the ball. Look, it's the Olympics. It's not the Gold Cup. It's not Copa America, and it's not the World Cup. This is for the young players to show what they have. It's special to play for your country. So for me, this tournament is to show that the U.S. and our young players can play real soccer and can compete with teams like France. And for the most part, they did. They were a competitive team. Freddy Adu did have a lot to say about pay for play, about the U.S. being size biased and preferring athletes over real soccer players, and how Messi would have never made it if he played in the U.S. Now, these are all conversations that I've had and aren't necessarily wrong, but I do think he's wrong about this lineup. To say there weren't technical players, or even if you want to go that far and say small technical players on the field for the U.S. is wrong. A good mixture on the field. Everybody the U.S. put on the field were technical players. To discredit this team that they brought in, to say that they're athletes over soccer players is wrong, which I know he didn't directly make it, but it was inferred. And as far as the technical part goes, and us not having real soccer players, it's outdated. If you watch the GA Cup, if you watch the MLS Next playoffs, you're going to see good soccer. And in the GA Cup specifically, you're going to see it against the real soccer countries. So as far as that goes, I think his comments were misplaced and outdated. However, pay for play is a huge issue, just like relegation, and it's fair for him to make that point. And of course, we'd have a better and bigger talent pool without pay for play. So he's absolutely right. But I just want to defend the players that we do have and that we fielded as being good, solid, sound players. Moving forward, I'd love to see Benha Kramashi get in the mix somehow. I think he adds a lot of athleticism, but he also is talented. And I think when he wins the ball in the midfield, he is a type of player that can help you transition, get up the field, and get my man Duncan the ball. So let's see how it goes next time.